Hey everybody, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil, and it's time to talk Fringe. And last episode, we think we got enough information that we can trust that disgraced agent John Scott was in fact not a traitor, that he was working for some deep cover NSA group that will disavow all knowledge of him, but he was acting on the side of good. And that's going to do a lot to calm Olivia's peace of mind. She's not going to feel that she was, A, betrayed, but also didn't see it in the man that she spent the most time with, that she loved, that she felt she had a deep personal connection with. So hopefully that'll translate into her trusting her gut a lot more. And yet, I still feel like there's a lot of double-crossing and betrayal to come over the course of this show. So I can't... We certainly don't know everything yet. Where that betrayal may come from, I don't know. But I have suspicions. I spoke about them before. Who knows? Prior to this episode, we only knew about one of these hand palm chips. It was an our DEA agent from episode early on. I forget which episode exactly. But now we found them in two more agents last episode. It's assumed that there was one in John Scott's palm as well. It feels like these are all government agents that have them, and therefore it's probably government technology, and yet only Massive Dynamic can figure out what's on them, and they're only having limited success there, I think. What are they about? What's on these chips that's so important? Why have they become a central part of the storyline? I don't know. I really don't. And I suspect this is going to be more of a weirdness of the week episode as opposed to more foundational. I might be wrong. I was wrong last week when I made the same guess. Might as well jump right into it, guys. This is episode 14 of season 1, and it's called Ability. Oh, we're going back to the prison. Presumably they know he's escaped at this point.
Mr. Jones?
Mr. Cole.
I have the appeal request. I think that the best we can hope for is life. All I need is your signature.
Why the sunscreen? Presumably there's some radiation effect of this, Okay. What has Mr. Jones been up to? And you're not going to catch him.
Wir wissen nicht, was hier geschehen ist.
Yeah.
Well, what we do know is that Jones was working with Mitchell Loeb.
That's the guy that stole my invention?
Yeah. Is it something that could have helped Jones escape?
Yes.
It was a transportation device.
Are you saying that you created
a teleportation system? Yeah. Except for this one's meant to travel through time.
Arriving would require weeks of decompression in a barometric tank.
Oh, okay.
If you survived that, based on what would happen next, you'd likely wish you hadn't.
Okay, so he's been in a decompression tank for weeks. Just to avoid the bends, basically. This explains why we haven't seen him for a couple episodes.
Everything is in order then?
Yes, sir. The list is complete.
So what are these, what's going to happen to him that Walter seems to know?
75 cents, my friend. Of course, it's old news now, given the old internet and all that.
$2 bills.
Traditionalist like myself, right?
They're real.
Hey, I like these. Grace Kelly.
She was good, but Jimmy Stewart was better.
Now creating cinephiles one reader at a time. Now listen.
Rear window?
Check out... Oh.
Was that $2 bill infected? What the hell? Oh, there's the observer. Dear God.
go.
You know where Jones is.
Doesn't matter if you find Jones or not. He's just a part of the army.
It goes higher than Jones.
What was written will come to pass.
He speaks like a fanatic.
Two thoughts come to mind. The first, that this affliction might have been caused by a mutation. Did they check his anus and penis?
What was the other thought?
I also want cotton candy.
The other was coffee cake. Tiny pebbles of cinnamon sugar.
When I saw Loeb, he said something. That Jones was only doing what had been written. We've never known what Jones's group, CFT, stood for. What if it's the name of their Bible?
Zerstörung durch Fortschritt der Technologie. Destruction by advancement of technology.
I was hoping that you might have one of your weird connections.
Weird connections.
They're always a little weird.
You're always a little weird.
We're all a little weird.
Is he contagious?
If he were contagious, we'd have several more orificeless bodies by now.
Orificeless.
Oh, dear God, that is putrid. Do you like coffee cake?
Not right now.
I had her send over a list of every business that Jones's lawyer has incorporated for his clients over the last 3 years.
Good work.
Is this guy going to be a thing?
Destruction by advancement of technology sounds sexy and very challenging.
Peter says you're good.
Well, he also says that you're just a friend, so...
The book, Markham. We need it.
Today.
I like
right?
this guy.
What is it?
There's a man downstairs, says his name is David Robert Jones.
He's coming to us?
Everybody!
Yeah. Okay.
I will speak only with Agent Olivia Dunham.
Okay.
No information. He wanted us to find it.
He wants to talk to me. Let me in there.
Jones doesn't get to dictate the terms of his captivity.
The only reason Jones is here is because he wants to be.
The United States doesn't negotiate with terrorists.
And that's exactly the kind of arrogance he's expecting.
What did you say?
You're arrogant, is what she's saying.
Since he arrived in town, an innocent man was killed in a shocking and gruesome way.
You don't know that was Jones.
It was Jones, and he has more planned.
And you know that how? To show me some hard evidence that connects him to that incident downtown.
Oh, this guy's annoying.
I got it. The ZFT book.
Stop it.
Our technological ambitions have not only driven us to the brink of catastrophe, the catastrophe has already begun. And that's just the forward.
We'll keep reading. We're going to raid a building that we think may be a safe house.
Are these related? Like, the timing, it would say yes, but...
Clear. Echo's clear.
Yeah. The decompression tank. The T.
He was here.
Okay, yeah, the decompression chamber's still there. Is that the extent of the side effects that Walter was concerned about, or is there more to it? Oh, this guy's gonna crash and burn here.
I prefer to avoid any additional unnecessary deaths. I'll require the following items. An analog wristwatch. Your watch would do.
Oh, what's the number written on the desk? This guy! I knew... $2 bills! Oh, dear God, this guy's gonna lose his face. This guy's gonna lose his face.
I need to shrink it.
Why not just cut the membrane between his lips? And then put a tube there, instead of...
His breathing.
No.
No.
Dead man. So it's more than just the bends.
Finally.
A colleague of mine just died.
Yes, I tried to prevent that. Your Agent Harris needed some convincing.
Here I am.
It's a $1,000 watch.
Oh, chill, you idiot. The FBI will reimburse you.
What's happening in there?
I don't know.
It's a jammer.
I need you to pass a test.
You need medical attention.
It seems that when one is dematerialized on a molecular level and then reassembled, there are certain
Side effects.
unadvertised side effects. Even as we speak, a white cargo van is transporting an explosive device capable of killing several hundred people.
Before anything, you are going to disable that.
You are.
Okay, so off to Salem.
That's enough.
I want you out of this room.
Don't worry, Miss Dunham. If I wanted to harm you, I would have. Long ago.
Long ago. That's interesting word choice.
How's Walter coming with the antidote?
He's working on it. Where's the manuscript?
Is she bringing a coffee cake?
No, she's not getting food.
Fascinating, isn't it? I was just reading it whilst sitting on the crapper. Our universe is only one of many. The unknown truth is that the way to travel between them has already been discovered by beings much like us, but whose history is slightly ahead of our own.
Okay.
Only one world will survive.
So there's a world parallel to us, but in the future?
What I've hidden here is not a game at all. You're holding an evaluation system, a series of tests.
A test.
Designed to cultivate specific, innate skills present in particular individuals. Do the first test only. Complete it successfully and come back to see me. Do this and no one else will die.
And whatever Mr. Jones' true goal may be, we only have 8 hours left until his next attack.
Take the test.
Test 1 of 10, by the way.
Before they can be considered soldiers, they must be regarded as recruits. And the expectation must be that they shall be unwilling.
So I'm supposed to just turn these lights off by looking
Did
at
this happen to Scott as well? I'm so intrigued. We're only doing one test today. There's total of 10. Is this going to be like a major plot device of the remainder of the series? You're just staring at lights. What? And they're not even green, 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 red. God damn it.
Steady Car Rentals in New Haven leased a white van yesterday morning to one Olivia Dunham.
No.
Damn. Well, that'll be it.
If you're gonna meet with Jones, I want full surveillance this time.
Sir, the last time you got your way, we lost a good agent. Would you please let me handle this?
That was the most polite fuck off I've ever heard.
I know what you're doing, Mr. Jones.
I'm trying to get you to pass test number 1.
I know about the manuscript, ZFT. I know that you believe that there's some kind of war coming.
You've read it?
And that you're recruiting warriors.
You don't believe you're worthy. You were among those treated with a cortexiphan. It's why we had you taken. We needed confirmation.
Treated with what?
Treated with cortexiphan. I haven't even heard of it.
You wouldn't have.
I will not let these people die because of some stupid game that you're playing.
This is no game.
You need to cooperate, Mr. Jones.
No, it is you who needs to cooperate.
Mr. Jones?
Set up the EKG. Is this a patient?
Walter, put the cow away, would you?
What is this place?
Yeah. I love that people are most weirded out by a cow.
It's a drug patented, but not approved by the FDA.
Patented to whom?
Massive dynamic. Of course.
He's actually expecting me to be able to do it.
Do it. Try it.
You think we can trick him?
What are you asking me to do? You want me to open up the light box?
She's got an expanse phone.
My hand, it's been acting up. Dr. Bell theorized that the human mind at birth is infinitely capable.
And cortexiphan?
It was meant to limit that limitation. So Dr. Bell abandoned his research on cortexiphan in 1983.
And where were the trials?
At Ohio State University, Worcester campus.
Nowhere else?
No.
Where was
No matter
Olivia
what Jones
Dunham
believes,
born?
I was never given that drug. In 1981, I was 3 living in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
I was able to reprogram the light box. We should be able to fake Jones out.
I knew you could do it.
You're not going to be able to fake Jones out. I've got a funny feeling Jones isn't going to survive much beyond this episode, which is weird because I was convinced he was going to be like a long-term adversary. He's not going to buy this. He's good at. He's not. Yeah. No, he doesn't buy this.
Well done, Miss Dunham. 923 Church Street, 47th floor. You better hurry.
I think he knows she faked that. I think this is a wrong address.
Bomb squad says they can't move it or defuse it.
Why?
Okay.
Says they've never seen wiring like this before.
Oh my God.
Now you have to do it for real. Now you have to do it for real.
He knew that we were faking him out. I can't do this.
I remain confident that you can.
Look, you know what I did before? It wasn't real.
Yes, I know, Miss Dunham. And the expectation must be that they shall be unwilling.
Mr. Jones, I am willing, but I am not able.
Olivia, we gotta go.
There's only one way to disable that device, and you know what that is.
Yeah.
If you don't deactivate this device, I'm gonna die, which means that your rare commodity is gone.
But I have one thing, Miss Dunham, that you do not.
Faith.
I have faith in you. There is only one way out, and it's you.
All right.
You're out of your mind.
Just thinking about it, is that enough? Or we need to unlock the potential of the human mind that this drug from the early 80s tried to do. Who's coming? Oh yeah, Peter. Peter's not leaving. Like, how would you even know what to focus on, what to think about? Oh.
You did it.
What are the odds?
What was that? How did you do that?
Peter did it.
I don't know.
Where was Peter born?
She did it, didn't she?
Seems she did.
My girl.
I didn't do anything. He planned it, Jones. It was all just a mind game. Programmed to turn off when the countdown ended.
Maybe. Fine, then let me play devil's advocate. Why did Jones choose you at all?
He wanted to meet your father. He wanted to meet the man who designed the device that let him escape from prison.
Fine, look, all I know is I didn't die tonight, so I'm pretty much willing to accept any explanation you want to give.
I haven't overlooked the fact that you actually created a teleportation machine.
I suppose I did.
Which, despite the fact that using it kills you, is pretty damn cool.
Kills you? It does something unthinkable, but
it
doesn't kill you.
What's happening to Jones then? What is going on with Jones? Oh, he's superpowered. What the hell happened? You passed. We will not simply perish. The very fabric of our... Oh, come on. Don't... Multiverse. Okay, so Jones is out there. Jones is not dead.
Hello?
What's Walter's
Agent
understanding
Gunn?
of it?
Nina Sharp. There was, it turns out, a second clinical trial.
There was?
Military base in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
At a military base.
Cortexiphan. Did Walter write this thing? Did Walter write this damn manuscript? Ability. There's our title. Wiser, not level. Damn, now I need to go back and check that original manuscript. Holy crap, so much info for us to process here. And I don't even know where to start. Cortexiphan. Dr. Bell developed this drug in the early 80s with the idea that at birth the human brain has unlimited potential. And life reduces that potential with every experience. But if you could limit that limitation, then you create grown adults with nearly unlimited potential. And apparently, Olivia was treated with that experimental drug. Now, the trials showed that it didn't work, but perhaps there's a connection there. Maybe she actually did turn those lights off. Maybe it's as Olivia said, they were just programmed to go off and it was more a test of faith. It's like Jones said, I have one thing that you don't have, faith. So this was how you test whether there is faith or not. by making somebody stand in front of an explosive with a countdown timer. That's a possibility too. Or where was Peter born? Was he born in Massachusetts, or is there a chance, like, in the early 80s, Bell was working with Walter Bishop. And if Bell was in Ohio, maybe Walter Bishop was too. And if that's the case, then maybe Peter was born there and Peter turned it off. But we have confirmation, or at least Nina's latest information tells us that Olivia could have been administered this drug. Now, the way that information came out is suspicious as heck. Nina's smart enough to wonder about Olivia's line of questioning after their first meeting, and to wonder whether it applies to her. And a bit of basic research would tell you where Olivia was born, and then you could make a follow-up call. So Nina could easily have made that second call just to make Olivia think that cortexiphan is at work here. I don't trust any of it yet, but it's a super interesting theory. Now, we've also got this new manuscript, ZFT. I'm going to call it ZFT because I'm Canadian. I apologize to my American brethren. Which stands for this German title all about the advancement of technology and how that's going to be the downfall of mankind. But this manuscript also talks about a parallel universe to ours, slightly more advanced, that is interacting with ours, and that's how all these fringe science occurrences are explained. They're coming from this parallel universe. Maybe that's where the observer comes from. Maybe some of the other people that we've come across are similarly linked. If they're not from that universe, they have a connection to that universe. Maybe that explains Walter and Bell. Maybe that explains Mr. Jones. So many questions. But we've got this series of tests now. Test number 1 was turning this light box off with your mind, but there's 9 more tests. Olivia is now labeled as a recruit. Jones wants to make her a warrior. I can only assume that there are plans for those further 9 tests. What those tests are and how they play to the plot, and what kind of army of warriors is Jones trying to create? What's his purpose? I have no clue. But maybe now we have a hint as to what the 2 sides are that Loeb referred to. If the 2 sides are the 2 parallel universes, ours and this future one, then it would seem that Jones is on the side of our universe, and he is assembling an army to fight against the other one, because there can only be one. This is very Highlander-esque, except on a universal scale. And did that mean he recruited John Scott the same way? Did he recruit those other agents that we met last episode, Hicks and the dude on the plane, the same way? How big is this army? Does everyone have to go? Are all of these soldiers people who are part of this cortexiphan study from the early 80s? I don't know. I don't think we're supposed to know, but this is an episode designed to give us a heap of new questions. This is the equivalent of introducing the Dharma Initiative to Lost. It's like suddenly everything we know is just a sliver of the pie, and we're now aware that there is so much more to understand. And I just need to be a sponge for further information. And I mean, thank goodness I get to sit down and edit each of these reactions, which forces me to rewatch these episodes over and over, seeing stuff I haven't seen yet, but I'm going to be paying attention to that original German manuscript and seeing if there's a raised letter Y throughout it. I don't know. Like it just seems interesting to me that Walter immediately starts typing this something out entitled Ability at the very end of this episode, inspired by this manuscript, but it was an original typewritten manuscript to begin with, and I don't know. Walter doesn't remember big thing, like so much that he's done in the past. He had forgotten about the teleportation device completely until it eventually came back to him. So maybe this manuscript is similar. I don't believe that it's just if he didn't write it, I wonder if he knows who did. Like he got involved in reading it as soon as it arrived to the lab. How much more does Walter know about this multiverse theory, about this other universe that is destined to destroy ours? So curious, but man, we're still only like 2/3 of the way through the season. There's a lot to explore beyond this. At least 6, yeah, it's a 20 episode season. So yeah, we've got 6 episodes to go still. A lot can happen in 5 hours of tightly scripted TV drama. So where are we going to end up? I have no idea, but I can't wait to dive into more of it and have my mind blown even further. Maybe we'll learn what Jones's superpowers are. In any case, thank you guys so much for spending a little bit of time with me here today on Neil Talks. As always, it means a heap to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all the things that the YouTube algorithm seems to enjoy. If you want to check out my full-length reactions or gain early access to all of my YouTube cuts, we're 4 weeks ahead over on my Patreon right now. Patreon.com/NeilTalks. Check it out and support the channel. It's absolutely the best way you can show your love to me as I show my love to each and every one of you, whether you are supporting me monetarily or not. Until next time, everybody. Take care. Stay healthy. I'll see you soon. Cheers.